Welcome to Giant Redwood, where the biggest, toughest, and most powerful machines come to life. From roaring chainsaws to massive wood chippers, we bring you raw strength in action. Buckle up, it's going to be loud, powerful, and unforgettable. Hey everyone, welcome back to Giant Redwood. How's your day going so far? I hope you're ready for another round of raw power and incredible machines in action. I'd love to hear from you. What's been your favorite machine on the channel so far? Or maybe there's a beast you'd love to see featured next? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you're excited, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single moment of the action. Alright, let's fire things up and get rolling. Out here in the heart of the forest, the steel chainsaw comes to life with a crisp, sharp roar. Its engine hums with a steady rhythm, every rev signaling raw power ready to be unleashed. The operator grips firmly, positioning the bar against a solid hardwood trunk. With a squeeze of the trigger, the chain races around the guide bar, teeth biting in with relentless precision, throwing a spray of fresh sawdust into the cool morning air. Each cut is deliberate, smooth, and confident. The steel slices cleanly through dense grain, the vibration dampened by its ergonomic design. Even against stubborn nuts or thick diameters, the chainsaw holds its pace, never faltering. The smell of freshly cut wood fills the forest, mingling with the low growl of the idling engine between passes. Moving from one trunk to the next, the operator's technique and the machine's balance work in harmony. Branches fall away neatly, leaving smooth surfaces where the bar has passed. This isn't just cutting wood, it's shaping the forest for harvest, clearing with efficiency and control. In the denser sections, the steel shows its real strength. It carves through thick trunks in seconds, minimizing fuel use while delivering maximum performance. The lightweight body and responsive throttle make it easy to maneuver in tight spots, even when the terrain is uneven. As the minutes pass, logs stack neatly to the side, each one uniform and ready for transport. The steel's chain remains razor sharp, thanks to its durable steel construction and consistent lubrication system. Cuts stay clean from start to finish, no matter the workload. By the time the job is done, the forest floor is cleared, the machine still purring steadily, ready for more. The steel chainsaw proves once again why it's a go-to choice for professionals combining raw cutting power with precision engineering, making even the toughest jobs feel effortless. Switching angles, the steel chainsaw gets back to work on a massive trunk lying across the clearing. The operator plants their stance, adjusts the bar angle, and lets the chain sink deep into the wood. Chips fly in a steady stream, the cut progressing with surgical accuracy. The engine's tone shifts slightly under load, but the momentum never falters, proof of the chainsaw's robust torque and refined power delivery. Now it's on to limbing, where control matters just as much as speed. The steel glides along the branches, each swipe removing them cleanly without splintering. This keeps the logs tidy for later processing and reduces waste. The operator's movements are economical, conserving energy while letting the chainsaw's engineering do most of the work. Closer to the forest edge, the steel takes on a thicker, older tree, a real test of endurance. The chain cuts in steadily, grain and resin resisting every tooth. But inch by inch, the saw powers through, the exhaust note deepening until the trunk finally gives way with a satisfying crack. The crane hauls it aside, revealing a clean cross-section that speaks to the blade's sharpness and the saw's unwavering performance. In tight undergrowth, maneuverability becomes key. The steel's balanced weight and anti-vibration system allow the operator to work comfortably, even at awkward angles. The precision means less risk of damaging nearby saplings, keeping the ecosystem intact while still getting the job done. As the worksite clears, the rhythm of cutting, stacking, and moving logs becomes almost hypnotic. The steel chainsaw remains consistent, The chain lubrication automatic, the filter keeping dust at bay. It's a machine built not just for bursts of power, but for hours of relentless, dependable use. By day's end, with the sun dropping low and the forest floor transformed into organized piles of timber, the steel is still ready for another round. This is more than a tool, it's a partner in the field, trusted by those who demand precision, endurance, and power in every cut. Switching positions, the steel chainsaw moves to a fresh trunk, this time lying at an angle that demands a different cutting approach. The operator kneels slightly, aligning the bar perfectly with the grain before pulling the trigger. The engine roars, the chain spinning into action, sending a fine spray of wood dust into the air. Each pass is clean, straight, and deliberate, no wasted motion, no hesitation. Further into the clearing, the saw meets a not heavy section of timber. The vibration increases, the cut slows, but the steel's high torque keeps the chain biting through with steady determination. The operator uses a slight rocking motion, easing the teeth past the densest nuts without risking a jam. The result is a smooth, even cut despite the wood's resistance. Next, it's a test of agility as the steel is maneuvered through low brush to reach a half-fallen tree. The compact balance of the machine lets the operator work in tight spaces, slicing through tangled branches that other saws might struggle with. Within moments, the area is cleared, ready for the trunk to be sectioned. On a heavier log, the steel showcases its endurance again. The chain bites deep, the bar sliding through the hardwood with a low, powerful hum. The engine doesn't waver, even as the operator maintains a full throttle cut from start to finish. Sawdust piles at their feet, marking the progress of each pass. Toward the end of the session, the saw is still as responsive as the first cut of the day. The air filter has kept the intake clean, the auto lubrication has protected the chain, and the operator's grip remains steady thanks to the anti-vibration system. Every component has worked together to make hours of cutting feel efficient and controlled. By the time the last log is stacked, the steel chainsaw has turned a chaotic forest floor into neat, uniform sections of timber. It's the kind of reliability that professionals count on, not just a powerful cut, but the endurance to keep delivering it all day long. From the moment the raw logs are loaded onto the in-feed conveyor, the wood grinding line begins its work with a steady, purposeful rhythm. Massive steel rollers grip each log, feeding it smoothly toward the primary drum. The sound changes a deep mechanical growl as the drum's rows of razor-sharp teeth make first contact. Chips begin to fly immediately, scattering into the containment chamber where extraction fans keep the air clear. Inside the main grinding chamber, the drum's high-torque rotation works with precision. Each pass against the cutting edges reduces thick wood into smaller, manageable chips. The process is continuous, with fresh logs entering as processed material exits, ensuring no downtime. The combination of hydraulic feeding and adjustable pressure settings means even dense hardwood is broken down without hesitation. Once the initial chipping stage is complete, the material moves on to a secondary refinement system. Here, a high-speed hammer mill or fine grinder takes over, pulverizing the chips into uniform sawdust. The grinding plates and hammers are engineered for durability, striking each piece repeatedly until it passes through precision-sized screens. The result: fine, consistent sawdust ready for use in pellets, particle board, or animal bedding. Throughout the entire operation, dust collection systems keep the work area clean and safe. Powerful suction ducts draw airborne particles away, funneling them into sealed storage bins. This not only improves visibility for operators but also minimizes wear on machinery by keeping fine debris out of moving components. At the final stage, the sawdust is carried via conveyor to storage silos or bagging stations. Each grain of wood fiber has been processed to a uniform size, meeting the exact requirements of the intended application. Whether it's destined for fuel pellets, agricultural use, or manufacturing, the product is consistent and ready for transport. In the span of minutes, what began as full-length logs has been transformed into a high-value product. This wood grinding line isn't just about brute force, it's about efficiency, precision, and turning raw material into something usable with minimal waste and maximum output. From the first spark of the ignition, the grinding line roars to life, every component working in perfect harmony. The feed conveyor starts its slow, steady pull, guiding massive logs toward the primary grinding drum. You can hear the deep mechanical hum grow louder as the steel teeth prepare to bite. The moment wood meets metal, the sound becomes a steady rhythm, each tooth tearing through the grain, sending thick chips into the containment area in a controlled storm. Hydraulic systems keep the feed consistent, adjusting automatically to handle logs of varying diameter and density. This ensures that even the toughest hardwoods are processed without stalling. The operator, from a raised control cabin, monitors pressure gauges, conveyor speeds, and material flow, fine-tuning the system for maximum efficiency. Every adjustment means higher throughput and less wear on the machine. After the primary breakdown, the coarse chips are transferred to a secondary grinding unit. Here, speed replaces brute force. The high RPM hammer mill strikes each piece with relentless precision, breaking it down into fine sawdust. The process is almost hypnotic. Chips enter at one end, and a steady stream of soft, uniform fiber emerges at the other. Precision screens guarantee that only material of the correct size passes through, while larger pieces are automatically recirculated. Airflow management is critical at this stage. Massive industrial fans create a vacuum effect, pulling dust and fine particles away from the grinding area. This not only protects operators and nearby equipment but also keeps the machinery running cooler and cleaner, extending service life. It's an unseen but essential part of the entire operation. The final product travels along a covered conveyor to be stored or packaged. Depending on the application, the sawdust can be sent directly to pellet presses, combined with other materials for composite boards, or compressed into bales for livestock bedding. Each batch is consistent, clean, and ready for immediate use, thanks to the precision engineering of the line. In just a few minutes, the transformation is complete from solid logs to finely processed sawdust. This isn't just a demonstration of raw industrial power. It's proof of how modern machinery can combine force, technology, and efficiency to turn what was once considered waste into a valuable, versatile product. From the moment the logs roll onto the in-feed conveyor, the debarking line comes alive. Heavy-duty rotating drums grip each trunk, spinning it against rugged steel blades that strip away the bark in long, curling ribbons. The sound is a deep grind mixed with the crackle of wood fibers breaking free. Hydraulic pressure adjusts automatically, ensuring every log, whether thick, thin, dry, or green, is cleaned down to the smooth, pale wood beneath. As the freshly debarked logs exit, they are transferred directly to the sawmill section. A massive vertical bandsaw, its blade a continuous loop of hardened steel, hums steadily as it slices through the first trunk. The feed system moves each log forward at a measured pace, keeping cuts straight and consistent. Sawdust drips down in a soft stream, while slabs fall neatly to the side for collection. Operators watch closely from a control station, adjusting blade tension, feed speed, and cut thickness in real time. The combination of automated precision and skilled oversight means minimal waste and maximum yield. In just moments, what began as a rough, bark-covered log is transformed into clean, uniform boards ready for drying, planing, or direct shipment. Two massive counter-rotating shafts sit at the heart of this twin-shaft grinder, each armed with rows of hardened steel teeth. When the machine powers up, the shafts begin turning in perfect synchronization, creating an unstoppable crushing force. Whole stubs, knotted roots, and tangled chunks of hardwood are fed into the hopper, disappearing into the grinding chamber where the teeth bite deep, splintering and tearing the wood apart. The design of the twin shafts means there's no hesitation, even with the toughest, most twisted pieces. One shaft pulls the material inward while the other shreds it from the opposite side, breaking it into rough, manageable chunks. The sound is raw and mechanical, a steady crunch followed by the low rumble of the gearbox maintaining torque under heavy loads. Operators control the feed rate carefully, letting the grinder chew through massive stumps without overloading the system. Hydraulic power adjusts the shaft spacing automatically, widening for thicker pieces and narrowing for smaller material, ensuring maximum contact and efficiency. Even damp, soil-covered wood doesn't slow it down. The teeth scrape clean with each rotation, ready for the next bite. Once reduced, the shredded wood drops onto a discharge conveyor, forming a continuous pile of mulch-like material. This output can be sent straight to biomass plants, composting facilities, or further processed into finer sawdust. Every rotation of the twin shafts turns what was once a stubborn, immovable stump into a usable, transportable product. With its rugged build, oversized bearings, and reinforced frame, the twin shaft grinder is built for years of hard, daily work. Out in the field or in a stationary yard, it stands as one of the most effective tools for land clearing, storm cleanup, and forestry operations. A machine that doesn't just grind wood, it dominates it. Safety systems on the twin shaft grinder are built with heavy-duty work in mind. A reinforced guard covers the feet opening, preventing debris from being thrown back toward the operator. Emergency stop controls are placed within arm's reach, allowing the machine to be shut down instantly if needed. Sensors monitor torque and vibration levels, automatically reversing the shafts if a jam is detected, which protects both the teeth and the gearbox from unnecessary stress. Maintenance is designed to be straightforward. Each shaft can be accessed through wide side panels, making it easier to inspect and replace teeth when worn. Grease points are clearly marked for daily lubrication, and the drive system is enclosed to shield it from dust and chips, extending the life of the belts, chains, and bearings. The grinder's modular design means entire components can be swapped out quickly, minimizing downtime. When working in unpredictable environments, the grinder's ability to handle foreign materials is crucial. Integrated magnetic separators and stone traps catch nails, rocks, or other debris that might be hidden in stumps or root balls. This not only protects the shafts but also ensures cleaner output for recycling or biomass use. Operators often describe the twin shaft grinder as a problem solver on job sites. It can take on the most stubborn, oversized pieces of wood that other machines can't process, breaking them down into uniform chunks that are easier to transport and repurpose. Whether clearing storm damage, removing old orchard trees, or prepping construction land, this grinder delivers results that save both time and labor. From the first feed to the last chunk falling on the conveyor, the twin shaft grinder works with relentless force and precision. It's not just a machine for grinding, it's a powerful tool for transforming raw, stubborn materials into something usable, turning obstacles into opportunities.